3.
Teacher's room. Yeah, that's nice.
Like that?
I like that.
Hi, honey. How's it going? My name is Matt Walsh. Over here on the drums, my co-host, Mr. Raymond Brooks.
Hey.
You are watching the Friday Night Gamble, Episode 2. We're happy to have you with us. We had a good time last week, and thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We hope you're tuning in tonight. We bring the party to your living room with all kinds of original stuff, original music, original people. And we're going to have a fun time tonight because I got my man, Mr. Aaron Gabriel.
What's happening?
Tell him what's
happening? Ain't nothing. What's going on? What's going on? I'm glad to be here. Yeah. Glad to be here.
This cat called me about, I don't know, 10 years ago. I was kind of down on my luck and having to give guitar lessons to make ends meet. I got a call from this guy. And over the phone, he sounded like an old guy. And the things that he said he wanted to learn on guitar made me think he was an old guy. He was talking about Charlie Patton and Son House. And
is that how we met? I was thinking about this.
That was how you on Craigslist. That's the same way me and Austin Hicks met. Was on Craigslist.
Yeah, God bless Craigslist.
God bless Craigslist. You can get some stuff done on Craigslist.
Anything on Craigslist.
All right, so anyway, this guy calls me up and wants guitar lessons, comes to my house. Next thing I know, he asked me to come record on his album. I said, you're making an album? You're getting guitar? What's going on? You know? So anyway, I go and record, and then he goes, well, this is great. Come play with me tonight. I go and play with him, play guitar with him and his band, and I thought it'd be just a regular gig. I thought, okay, he'll just probably do the regular, 1, 2, 3. The next thing I know, probably 20 minutes into it, his shirt was off. There were girls coming up, giving him money out of their mouths.
Is this what happened?
Yeah, you don't remember this.
I mean, we did a lot of shows.
All right, well,
so, that sounds like a good one, though.
What kind of gig was this?
This was like a weeknight gig, folks.
Was this on a Thursday? That was a Thursday.
It was Thursday in Winston-Salem.
Oh, that's when, yeah.
But my point is, this guy is a fantastic showman, and that's what always struck me about you, Aaron.
I appreciate that.
You know, there's a lot of cats out here doing it, man, but you have the originality, and that's why we had you on, because we want original cats.
I appreciate it.
But
you're an original cat yourself. Man.
Oh,
you guys are flipping off.
If you ain't doing it original, then what's the point?
You ain't doing nothing.
Well, you called me up about Son House and Charlie Patton, all those guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Charlie Patton, or you talk about Charlie Patton. How'd you find Charlie Patton?
Oh man, I'm a crate digger, you know, just by nature. It's just what I do.
Right.
So usually, what'll happen is I hear a song or I hear a particular artist. I give Hendrix as an example.
Yeah, man.
Found Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy back there.
Yeah. And then from Jimmy, I found Muddy.
Yeah.
You know, because Jimmy was influenced by Muddy. So, you know, you find the influences and you hear the influences, and I would look for them too.
That natural progression.
Right.
Yeah,
That's just a natural progression.
finds,
Right.
yeah.
And so I found Muddy, and, you know, and then, you know, you get into Mud, and Mud opens up everything to
Yeah,
me.
man.
Mud is like the gatekeeper
Yeah.
to me. Because he's, you know, he's the most popular of that era of blues man.
Yeah.
In like, you know, I guess popular culture. You know,
Ian
Muddy,
Wolf, you know,
Muddy is the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Howlin' Wolf, Chuck Berry, you know, those guys, those Chess Records players.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have guys like Charlie Patton and Son Wolf, or Son House, excuse me, and Blind Lemon, and, you know, Big Bill.
Good name for a band, y'all, in young bands. Son Wolf.
Son Wolf.
Yeah.
Booker White, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You know,
Yeah, man.
all these legends of the blues game that may not have been famous per se, in hindsight, but Titans nonetheless.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Worth a listen.
And you know how
worth a
Wolf
study.
learned guitar from Charlie Patton.
Is that right?
Yeah, he used to go over to Charlie Patton's house and learn.
You hear a lot of that when you study those other guys. They all played with each other.
And you know, I'm not saying that Wolf's voice is, you know, there's
One of
nothing,
a kind.
there's nothing
There's
like
never
it. But when
been
you
another
think
album
about
like
that in relation to Charlie Patton, a lot of the phrasing and stuff, you can kind of see where, you know.
Mhm.
But anyway, speaking of Charlie Patton, why don't we do this song? Aaron pulled up this song and said, "Hey, why don't we do Shake It and Break It?" And I was like,
my girl
man,
loves this jam.
this is right up my alley, man, because I don't even get to play this stuff anymore. So
that shit's awesome.
we're gonna do this little Charlie Patton song. Let's do it on the snare, Ray, on this one, and do a little Charlie Patton Shake It and Break It. Here we go, something like this.
Shake it, you can break it, you can hang it on the wall. Out the window, the kids put it fall. And they shake it from hanging on the wall. Out the window, the kids put it fall. Sweet jelly, my roll. Sweet mama, won't you let it fall? I ain't got nobody now. I've been the time I've been. When the sun go down, me and my crowd, won't you jelly, my roll. Sweet mama, won't you let it fall? Shake it, you can break it, break it, take it out, way you take it, way I take it. Sweet mama, won't you let it fall? Shake it, you can break it, break it, take it, way you give it, well I'll take it. I'll be the man, me and my crowd. I'll be the town I mean. When the sun go down, won't you tell it? My road, sweet mama, won't you let it fall? Play that thing, boy. Shake it, you can break it, baby, take it away. Give it to mama, I'll take it. I'm in the town, till the sun go down, won't you tell it? My road, sweet mama, won't you let it fall? I ain't got nobody now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Aaron Gabriel
I
for
dig
y'all.
it.
I told you he was fantastic, man. I told you he was fantastic. All right, folks. Well, tonight, as every night, we always have the team drink. And tonight, our team drink is sponsored by Statesville, North Carolina, my beautiful hometown. And by the way, folks, thank you for coming out last night to the Wayne studio. Thank you to the Chillbillies. You guys are fantastic. We had a blast. And thank you to Buddy Hardwood for sabotaging my gig. But anyway, this guy down here, Red Buffalo. Can't say enough good things about this beer. I'm drinking the Clock Tower IPA.
That's not what I have. Oh,
You got it. You got
no,
a
wait a minute.
blueberry
Now.
ale.
Bring them together. Bring them together now, because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
may not be.
No, these are all
blueberry-
different. These are all
Yeah.
different.
You
These are
got
all
Buffalo
different.
Red Ale. I got a blueberry ale.
Yeah, and I ended up with the Clock Tower IPA, which I just picked these up randomly. But
All
that's
right.
the one I want.
I'm gonna stick with the blueberry though. That's all right.
We can trade up.
I'm good.
Okay, everybody's good.
Wait, who got the highest alcohol by volume?
Well, I've got 6.6.
Hey, all right.
To Charlie Patton. To Charlie Patton.
Charlie Patton. Yeah, cheers.
Red Buffalo.
Thank you.
Folks, I hope you're having a drink at home. Let's have a team drink with the folks at home. That's a good IPA, man.
That's actually
Very, very good. How's that blueberry?
That's not bad at all.
That's a wild flavor. How's that one, Ray?
Well, this is right.
That's right up your alley. Red beer. Yeah, man. Man, go by this place when they're still serving beer to go. Of course, just like everybody else. And when they open back up, it is a fantastic venue for live music. If you're a musician out there looking for a place to gig, Red Buffalo, the room is built for live music, and it's not like it's a venue. It's not like going and playing at a restaurant. The place is set up for live music.
Oh, we ought to go play that one.
We ought to, man. We ought to do a gig together,
Do
man. I mean, seriously. We've talked about recording together and doing all kinds of stuff, man. We ought to make it happen. So I want to know more about you. Some things I don't know about you, Aaron. So you're going to do the musician interview tonight.
Oh.
And I've got my long list of questions here.
I didn't even talk to my press team.
Nah, man, I don't even want your press team. I want to hear from you, man. I want to hear from the horse's mouth, because your press team could never do a colorful job as you couldn't even attempt to. So I'm going to start off with this. Some of these are obvious questions that I want to introduce you to the folks that don't know you. But how long have you played, and what got you started in this mess?
I don't know, man. It's a weird story. It's a weird relationship, because I say relationship because that's what it is, and you know.
Oh yeah, man.
Growing up, there was always music around,
Right.
But it was only gospel music.
Okay.
That was it. That was the only thing we were allowed to listen to was gospel music. And went to church every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, twice on Sunday. Always at church, that thing. So there's
Right.
music everywhere going on.
Right.
So I think that was my early introduction to music, was that gospel music. Early. And then not really understanding, I guess, music's importance in my life. Kind of took it for granted,
Yeah.
because you just did it for fun. And then I hit, a rough patch in my life, so to speak. Things were just in the shit, man. Like, I was down bad, and couldn't understand why.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it dawned on me that it was because I had strayed away from this music. And ever since I got back into it, this is maybe, I might have been, I might have been, I don't know, man, I might have been 22,
Right.
21,
Right.
21, 22.
And how old are you now?
I'm 34, 35, 35.
You tell me.
Let's go with 35. Let's go with 35.
All right, he's gonna keep it like the Robert Johnson thing first. When he passes on, nobody's really gonna know how old he was.
After about 27, it gets fuzzy. But no, I
Yeah,
got back
yeah.
into it after that, and my life improved dramatically,
Yeah.
almost instantly. And so, that's not coincidence.
Yeah.
For me, it just made sense. Like, okay, this is where you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
So behave and do music and shut up.
Right.
And, so here we are. 10, 13, 15 years later. You
Yeah.
know,
So what were your goals starting out? I mean,
to not die.
Well, okay. Hey man.
To not die.
That's a goal.
It really was,
that's
man.
a goal. That's a worthy goal.
It really was, and I just wanted to immerse myself in it.
Did you want? I mean, were you planning to go out and do gigs and play? I mean, is that where you were? Or is it just some kind of? It sounds like to me you needed that.
I tell you exactly what I did. I was doing a lot of stuff in my life just to be vague and not get into specifics that I needed to get away from.
Right.
I got away from it, got myself an apartment you know, by myself, right down the street from a bar I was working at. And then I sold my car that I had.
Yeah.
And I would just walk the street. I would just walk to work every day. I pretty much put myself on punishment for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Just
I didn't do shit.
Shape up a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't do shit,
Yeah.
but dive into the music. And then when I was ready, I had a show. And actually at the bar I was working at.
Okay.
I did a show, and all my friends came out and everything, and that was gonna be what I did to kind of like gauge it. Like, okay, can I do this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And did it, and everybody felt like it was great. All the responses I got were fantastic. It felt fantastic. Shouts out to Michael Bennett if he's watching.
Right on.
On the B string, huh?
B string.
Mike Bennett, no, B string, guitar player.
Guitar player.
Downtown Winston-Salem. Awesome guy.
Awesome
Awesome
guy.
guy.
Mike, checking it
Yeah,
out.
but I know the Mike Bennett talking about. He helped me out with that. Fat Mike helped me out with that on Heart, another local legend. I had some really good guys help me out on that, and it went well. So then after that, I hauled ass to Memphis. Like,
Oh, so you moved to Memphis?
yeah, like right after that, I was heavy into the blues, like we talked about, you know, Sun House and Muddy Waters and all of that.
Right. So that's the place to go now.
Yeah, so I figured, you know, Beale Street should be where I should go.
And how long did you stay in Memphis?
I was in Memphis, homeless as hell, with my dog and my Cadillac for like, I think I stayed there a little over the summer.
Right.
Like, just, you know, doing it. Like, if we didn't make music on Beale Street, I didn't eat. I didn't have enough for a hotel room. Like, it was literally like
It was feast or famine.
It was literally
Live or
like
die.
either you perform or you die. Like, for real. But I was fortunate to meet some awesome people. Miss Zeno, the Louisiana Mojo Queen, shouts out to her. She took me in. Fuzzy Jeffries and the fellas, shouts out to them. Like, they was really the first ones to kind of embrace me and take me in and let me run around with them. And kind of bite my teeth on Bill, you know. And then I came back home, back to Winston-Salem, and, you know, been doing it. You know,
Well, that explains a lot of you know, your showmanship and how you perform. Yeah, definitely. So you've told me a lot about hardships and things, and I know a lot of young people go through hardships, especially in these times.
Yeah.
And so what advice would you give to young musicians out here?
Practice.
Yeah, man.
Practice, for real. Like, practice every fucking day. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, when you get up in the morning, like, if you tell people, you know, you about this music, be about it.
Be about it.
Be about it. Like, get up and be about your craft, be about your art, be about what you do.
Solid advice.
And that's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Because
that's solid, man.
You know, that's really just it. Like, get your ass up, get in there, touch your instrument, you know, whatever it is, put your hands on it and touch it. You know, so that you get into the habit of touching it every day, you know, because I struggle with that. You know,
what are your pet peeves as a musician?
Not getting paid enough money. Like, keep it hot.
I wonder if that would be a common thing to this question. Common answer.
I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, you know, but I also understand that, you know, there's a business side and there's money to be made. And somebody's making money, and a lot of times it ain't us.
I think
that's a problem.
I think that to me is some of the most important advice to young musicians is, or just people that are starting out to be musicians, is yes, we're artists and we have to make art and be in that realm of it, but we would be lying to ourselves at the end of the day, you know, Ray, if we said music wasn't a business and it wasn't a commodity too, because this is at the end of the day. So I think that's a mistake a lot of people make, is they don't treat this like a business.
I mean, what you been doing on quarantine? Listening to music? You know what I mean? You been wearing your favorite playlist out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You owe me.
Right. So speaking of playlists, who is your favorite band or musician right now?
My favorite band of all time.
Right now. Or just right now? Just
Period.
Okay,
At all times.
You can do period too.
It's never gonna waver. It's never gonna change. My favorite band, anytime you ask me, is gonna be Parliament Funkadelic.
You told me that earlier. Yeah.
It's just they're the greatest to ever do it. And I argue anybody about it. Well, actually, I won't argue with you about it, but that's just who I'm gonna present.
Okay.
You know.
Hey,
I'll welcome all the suggestions, but I'm always gonna meet you with Parliament Funkadelic.
No opposing to
I
that.
dare you. I challenge you to find me a group of 100 people that hit as long as they did. I challenge you as well as they did. You won't do it. Can't do it.
There you have it.
All right. What is your most notable experience as a musician? And watching women come up and give you money dollar bills or $20 bills, whatever they were, out of their mouth back in the day, I have to think there's some pretty crazy things that have gone down.
Man, I mean, there's a lot of things that happen, you know, when you perform.
Of course, man. Music
It's
makes
just,
people go
yeah,
crazy.
it just makes people do weird shit.
Crazy
It
stuff,
really does.
Yeah.
It makes me do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not exempt. You know,
Yeah.
when I hear jams, like, something happens to me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can imagine what happens, you know, just to people that are casual listeners. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, they may not even really understand what they're hearing. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Probably the best thing that sticks out to me is probably one of the most recent things before, you know, a lot of this happened, was being tapped by the city of Winston-Salem to play for the National Black Theater Festival.
Oh, cool, man.
This past August.
All right, on.
That was fantastic for me. Like,
Yeah.
being from Winston-Salem.
Yeah. And being recognized.
That's a big thing.
Not necessarily being recognized, but being a kid and being from there and going to those theater festivals, and knowing the people that work in those theater festivals. Meeting Larry Leon Hamlin at one point, and you know, just being immersed in that whole culture, growing up as a kid, and then having the opportunity to represent your hometown and to represent your culture on such a stage meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know, it really
Yeah,
did. We had an awesome turnout, and you know, I got a lot of awesome musicians. Shouts out to the Funk Mob. You know what I'm saying? Always representing. They was able to, you know, come through, and we had an awesome time, a really awesome time, you know, and made some connects from that, you know, that were really great. You know, shouts out to Betty, shouts out to Shirley.
Far.
I want to name drop, but I'm not going to do it.
What are 3 musicians that influenced you the most?
I'm going to leave George out of it because I think that's an obvious one.
Right.
We already touched on him. Wow, they influenced me the most. Man.
You have to pick 3 in 10
3.
seconds.
I really like Muddy Waters. I'm going to throw Mud in there. I'm going to throw Hendrix in there just because I can't leave him out. And then...
He likes Jimmy, man.
Yeah, man. Jimmy is like... I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
You know who else? I really like Al Green.
Yeah, man.
Like, Al Green is underrated, and but I'm just picking 3. There's a lot more.
Hey, man, that's a great combination.
Al
Jimi
Green-
Hendrix, Al Green, and Muddy Waters.
Yeah,
I can listen
you
to
know
that
what?
playlist.
Listening to that, that's a good mashup.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's a real good mashup.
That's a real good mashup.
That's almost kind of like what we're doing tonight with the songs that you've picked.
I wish I sang as well as Al. You know.
All right, 2 more questions. What's the most talented musician you know? Who is the most talented musician you know that's not famous?
What counts as well? Did I know personally?
Yeah.
Oh man, I know so many talented musicians. Yeah, oh, man.
How about a talented singer?
Yo, there's this chick, Blanche J, that sings, and she is a phenomenal powerhouse.
Fantastic, right?
So if you get a chance to check out Blanche J, check her out. She's phenomenal. But there's a lot of when we get back to when we get back to normal, y'all check out some of these local musicians out here, man.
Yeah, right.
Because Tanya Ross out there in Greensboro is oh man.
I hit with her a couple weeks ago.
Oh man, Tanya Ross is phenomenal. My man Matt Walsh right here beside me is phenomenal.
Thanks, man.
Like there's so many phenomenal musicians out here that I just cannot. I can't even begin to just start naming people that are just fantastic at what they do. They just live in your backyard.
Yeah.
You know, they just live here.
There's a lot of talent in North Carolina. Too. All right, well, we do this to every guest that comes on here.
What are we doing?
You know who Buddy Hardwood is.
Oh man,
You know
that's
who-
my guy actually. Though I know Buddy is
You know
a local
Buddy?
head.
You know
what I'm
Buddy?
saying? But that's
Oh,
my
cool.
guy.
I did
man.
not know that.
You know,
I
I like rebels. You know, I like
He's a rebel,
I like
man.
the guys
He's
that,
a rebel,
that goes
man.
against the grain. a little bit,
He's a
you know?
rebel.
That's
And you
what
know
kind of people-
you know who Cowboy is.
Yeah.
You know a road back here, roadie, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if one of
Yeah,
these
player,
3
I
guys
understand, I get it. So,
started a band and they were going to be the lead singer, Who would you pick to be the lead singer out of those three?
Werewolf.
All right, he's pretty popular. That's who Ray picked last week.
I mean, the character. I mean,
so what we always ask, he's going to be the lead singer. What famous musicians, dead or alive, would you put around him? Who would be on bass? Go.
Bootsy.
Who would be on drums?
Clyde Stubblefield.
Who would be on guitar?
Eddie Hazel.
Who would be on keyboards?
Bernie.
Who's the sax player? He's going to have a sax player this week.
Sax?
Yeah.
Sax. Can I get Miles Davis?
You can.
I know he famous for playing the trumpet, but he could play saxophone.
He could probably play, yeah.
I'm sure he could
All
play
right.
saxophone.
Sounds good. And when that, hey, I think it'd be cool to see him playing saxophone with the werewolf. It makes total sense, right?
They both get on there and start growling at each other?
Exactly. All right, well, let's do another team drink with the folks out there. I hope y'all enjoyed Aaron's interview. Go check him out. Aaron, what's your website?
Oh, man. You can check us out at funkmobmusic.com. I hope that's right. I really hope that's right. Paris, if that's not right, I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. Funkmob, I think. Funkmobmusic.com, that sounds right. You can also check me out on Facebook. There's links to it there. We got an original jam we're going to do. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, we're going to do a team drink with the folks out there first.
Oh, okay.
Thanks to the folks at Red Buffalo, the good people down there, Joe and y'all. Thank you for sponsoring our team drink. Here we go, folks. Y'all ready at home?
Team drink. Get your brews.
All right, to original music. Well, man, you got this song you sent me. It's your single from Funk Mob.
Yeah.
Black Lips.
Black Lips.
And, man, it is a catchy song. I love it. I can't wait to hear the rest of the album, man. When's the album coming out?
Man, as soon as we can get together and,
Finish things up.
Yeah, not put everybody in danger and all that stuff. We want to make sure everybody's, being safe and everything.
Sure.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm happy to have something out, something that represents the Funk Mob, because these guys,
Oh, it's fantastic.
Alex Cutler, Jamal Willie Bellamy, my man Third, Freddie Marshall, my man Chris Coleman. We have a host of interchangeable parts that come in. So it's just a lot of people, that come in and help us out and do what we do. You can check us out. It's streaming on all services. So you look up Funk Mob, Black Lips, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, whatever you use, YouTube. It's all there.
Y'all have to go check this song out.
Help us,
please. Because it's a cool song, but I think you said we're going to strip it down tonight and do it a little bit different.
Yeah, we'll strip it down.
And just kind of bare bones it. So here it comes, y'all. Black Lips, Mr. Aaron Gabriel. Kick it off, my man.
I want to sing a special song for me. You're lifting me up. You sing a special song to set me free. Black lips in the morning. The first thing that breaks my skin. Black lips in the morning. Let me know I can win. You put my pen on display for the world to see. Baby, your love is a special kind. Yeah, the pain is what buys me time. I wanna be black. Blacker than 1,000 midnights. I wanna be black. Black till I fucking get it right. Get it right. I need to get it right.
first thing to grace my skin. Your black lips in the morning. Won't you kiss me, let me know I can win. Yeah. Well, yeah. Give me some pizza. Sing a pretty little song for me. Give me some pizza. You sing a special song to set me free. Yeah. Black lips in the morning. The first thing that breaks my skin. The black lips in the morning. What? Won't you kiss me? Let me know I can win. Kiss me, let me know I can win. Kiss me, let me know I can win. One more time, take this one. Kiss me, let me know I can win. Kiss me, let me know I can win. Yeah, man. Aaron Gabriel, y'all. How about it, man? Fantastic, man. Fantastic, fantastic. Hitman. Yeah, man. All right. Well, folks, we're all about contests, and we're all about drinking and having a good time and bringing the party to your house.
Show you right.
It's about time for how many damn picks are in this jar.
Is that what we're
We
doing?
play this every week, man. You guess how many picks are in this jar, and you get a $20 gift certificate to a regional brewery here. This one happens to be in North Carolina, in my hometown of Statesville. My good friends at Fourth Creek Brewing have so kindly donated a $20 gift certificate to anyone who can guess how many damn picks are in this jar, or whoever comes the closest to guessing. Now, you just put your guess in the comments section, and after the show, we'll let you know if you won, or if you didn't win, you won't hear from us at all. So, how many picks are in this damn jar? What do you think, Aaron?
Shit, man, we can have a little bit.
What do you think, Hitman?
I say 45.
45 in the cup?
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a good 30.
30, you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, y'all sit at home and stew on this mess while you drink for a little bit. Put your answer in the comments, and somebody is going to be lucky enough to win some beer from Fourth Creek Brewing. And they got some good beer. There's a lot of breweries out there, and a lot of them, but Fourth Creek is really, really, really good. So check it out. Put your comment in there. All right, so listen, Aaron, we do this thing every week. We do an album spotlight. Ain't that right, Ray?
Don't get winded.
You got a breath doing this thing?
Well, what Ray is referring to, man, is that I didn't let you know this. But, you know, I know. But, you know, I've used being a musician as an excuse for this for years. And people say, do you want to dance? Why don't you dance? I don't dance, man. I play the music that people dance to. You know what I mean?
You don't boogie?
I don't boogie, man.
I boogie every now and then.
But last week, I started my first boogie. Because when we play these albums of the week, it's also dance party. This is the dance party segment. And if you want a dance party at home while we're doing this album review, why, no one's stopping you. So, this week, the album is The Legacy of the Blues Volume 12, a series of recordings by great blues artists. There was probably a million of these. But it's Lightning Hopkins, the Texas blues legend, man. Yeah. Lightning Hopkins, folks, was the first blues I ever heard, really. That and Muddy Waters, yeah.
Hopkins, Lightning.
And it still influences my music today. I mean, I use things I learned from Lightning in songs that I've written today.
What's your favorite Lightning jam?
Oh, God, man. Are you
Come
kidding
on,
me?
pick one.
He wrote Lightning Hopkins, folks, recorded probably over 800 songs. I mean, this is the cool thing about Lightning Hopkins. I don't know if you knew this. But a lot of these songs, man, he could just sit down and just make up blues on the spot. You know, that's just, I mean, it's, you know, but they were clever. I mean, everybody could, folks, it's not hard to come up with blues lyrics on the spot. But the cool thing, you know, Lightning had things like, talking about coffee in the cat. There's one about a big black Cadillac, and the lyrics were slick, but they were like on the spot, you know. All right, so folks, what we're gonna do? We're gonna cue up the record player here.
Put you let the needle drop.
Yeah.
Drop the record on the needle.
We're gonna do a little bit of Light and Hopkins, but we're also gonna do a little dance party here for you. So,
Little boogie.
yeah, check it out.
Put my bathrobe back on. So I
Put
can
your
feel
bathrobe
cool.
on.
House code.
House code.
Yeah, my house cool.
All right, we'll get this thing chewed up here. All right, y'all ready? All right, here we go. I always kind of do like a.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy if you please. Lord have mercy.
The Friday Night Gamble. Don't be fooled by
Lord
imitators.
have mercy.
Ray, fear the what? The originators.
Yeah.
Red Buffalo, baby. We're drinking a little beer up in here.
Not the duplicators.
We don't assimilate.
I'm dying.
Baby, we innovate.
It ain't me.
What you doing? You twerking?
Yeah. Hey, man, this is how they twerked in the 50s, man. This is how they twerked in the 50s, y'all. Check it out. Ryan. All right. Hey, man. Here's the cool thing about this week's dance party, Ray.
Didn't get winded.
I'm not winded. I am not winded. Folks, I hadn't done a lot on during this shutdown. I was just sitting around making movies and stuff. That was-
Making movies, huh?
Yeah,
What kind of
man.
movies you making, man?
Oh, you haven't seen my movies? I made some documentaries.
Made some documentaries?
Yeah. Made one about called, you remember the Tiger King thing, right?
Oh, shit.
You see the Tiger King?
You got some tigers?
Listen,
I know you got werewolves.
werewolves better than tigers. And
Werewolves
and
are
I
better
did
than
I
tigers?
did a documentary called Tiger King Meet Werewolf King. And I basically summed up the whole Tiger King thing in 20 minutes. But then I got that one, and I got one called Mama Raised Him Cowboy. Check them out. They're on YouTube, folks. And if you're not subscribed on my YouTube channel, it's Matt Walsh Music. Check it out. We're also streaming over there, too. So, well, it's about time for a segment we call Stories from the Road. What's your best story from the road? What's the craziest thing that happened to you? Going to gigs, at a gig, somewhere. Something memorable.
It's honestly got to be fighting with bandmates, to tell you the truth. Like, you know, those are always the stories that people always talk about. You know, you fighting with bandmates and stuff.
Right.
But I don't know, man. Crazy stories from the road. Let's see. You know what? Fuck it. It's a special occasion.
Tell it.
I don't usually do these sit down interviews.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna tell you. So I was in Memphis, right?
Right.
And I got me enough money on Bill Street that day to get me a hotel room.
Okay.
So I'm staying at this seedy ass Motel 6.
All right.
I'm standing out on the balcony, I'm just hanging out, you know, smoking a doobie, enjoying myself. Somebody comes up, lady comes up. She's got a face mask on, like a you know what the ladies do,
Like
the
they're
mud mask.
wearing now?
Like the mud mask. No, not like the Corona
Somebody might
mask.
get the wrong idea.
No, not the Corona mask. She got
Redefine face mask.
She got the moisturize and exfoliate mask on. You know what I mean? Yeah, she getting the moisturization
Okay,
on.
gotcha.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
face mask.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
the
Makes
hydration.
sense. That makes sense.
And some rollers in her hair. So I figured she might be, you know, turning in for the evening or whatever. But she came up to me, you know, she came up to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, she rolled up on the kid, you know. So me being me, I was like, well, shit, you know, I'm down for a party, you know. Yeah. I ain't scared about no hydration face masks.
Nah, man.
I'm a real player out here. That don't concern me at all. So she's like, you know, well, hey, meet me at my room at such and such time. I'm like, yeah, cool, no problem. So I go around the way, you know, after a while, and, you know, she done took a little mask off and everything. We kicking it, you know, we hanging out.
So, babe, so it's one of these green masks?
Yeah.
So for all you knew, you could have been hooking up with the Incredible She-Hulk.
Precisely.
All right.
Precisely. Which is funny you say that because I noticed that she was unusually strong.
Hulk smash.
She was strong. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't stronger than me. You know, I'm 6'5", about $180. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not exactly small. You know, she wasn't stronger than me, but she was strong. She was strong enough to where I was concerned. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? So
Team Drake.
So I asked. You know what I mean? I asked straight up. I was just like, hey, listen, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I just need to know. Are you a man?
Yeah.
She's like, no, why would you ask that? I'm like, hey.
Because you're strong.
Because you're kind of strong. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm experienced. I've been out here. You know what I'm saying? You're the strongest woman I ever met in my life.
Right.
This, you know, that's also I asked. But after that, man, you know, the mood is buzzed, it's killed, it's over. So, you know.
At least you didn't say it all, man.
Yeah, she was offended. So, you can't continue after that, you know. So, I had to move on.
The showman himself, Mr. Aaron Gabriel, y'all.
Well, I wanted to ask him
yeah.
what instruments you have in your group.
Oh, usually, okay, so we got this thing worked out where it's great, where we can grow. You know what I mean?
Growing's good.
Yeah, but we have to be able to fit, you know, because for some of the venues that we play, you know, we have to fit some of the venues. Some of the venues can't house 12, 13, 14 people, you know.
Sure.
So when we get...
Or pay for that.
Or pay for it, exactly. And I was about, you took the words out of my mouth. Right. I was about to say, when you get the budget for it, you know, you can do, we do guitar, bass, keys, drums, and then we can add horns. Usually I like a combination of a trumpet, trombone.
He likes horns,
like that.
man. He likes horns.
Horns are solid, man. When you can get horns, it's a luxury. But when you can get them, you know, we like those.
Chill.
I get it, though. I understand.
Chill.
I get it.
Chill out. We go through this every week. I don't know why we even have him here. The fans like me.
I'm not
the
even
fans
mad.
want me.
I'm not even mad.
The fans want me.
We get saxophone, trombone, and trumpet. I'm usually happy.
There you go.
I want sections rock.
Yeah, I want to get me a tuba player in there.
Fantastic.
I want to get me a tuba player in there. They got that nice heavy bottom. And then we usually can employ up to 3 vocalists as well, and to help.
So you got a big band, man.
I like, you know.
You like a big sound.
I like a party, man.
Yeah,
I like a party. I like a big sound.
You can do your thing. You can do your thing.
Yeah,
a lot more that way,
and then that frees me up to do what I need to do. You know, if we've got more.
But you play some guitar too, right?
I dabble in guitar.
Yeah.
I dabble. I'm not as proficient as you are, but that's why I told the kiddies to practice. But I dabble in guitar as well, and but that helps me in songwriting.
Yeah, sure, man.
And exactly. Helps me kind of communicate, to the band as well. Right. If I know what the hell is going on.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, so they can tell me, if I'm messing up, and I can hear if I'm messing up. You know what I'm saying? But we can grow, but usually we go about 5 to 6 people. Right. Is usually what we try to roll with.
I know you won't mess this up. Doing this Muddy Waters cover you picked.
Oh nah, man, I'm a blues baby, dog.
Hey, introduce this song for us a little bit.
This song here is this song I actually heard this song first from Jenny. Hendrix did a song called Catfish Blues.
Oh yeah.
And it's a live recording, and it's basically Rolling Stone, where Muddy talks about wishing he was a catfish and all of that jazz, and it's just badass, man. Because Muddy is just a flipping legend, dog. And when Money get on the track, you know, Money saunch on the track, and you know the Hoodoo Man is in the building. You understand? So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. We're gonna do a little bit of Rolling Stone.
Holla back.
Well, I wish I was a catfish swimming in a whole lot of deep blue sea. I have all you good-looking women, yeah, fishing after me, sure enough after me. Baby's house, and I sat down, on her step. She said, "Come on in now, Reaper." She said, "Listen, boy, my husband just not left. Showed up just not left. Showed up just not left." Well, you know, I could've had a religion, but whiskey and women rule my day. They say, "Come on in now, boy. Fall on your knees and pray. Fall on your knees and pray."
What's all about?
Well, I wish I was a catfish swimming in a whole deep blue sea. I have all you good-looking women fishing after me. That's cool.
Folks, how about Mr. Aaron Gabriel? Tell them one more time how they get in touch
I
with
can
you.
dig it. I can dig it. You can check us out on the social media at Funk Mob on Facebook. The tag is at Eternal Turnup. In other words, the turn up is forever. At Eternal Turnup. You can catch us at Twitter, Facebook. All our Black Lips is streaming on all the platforms, Spotify. You can search Black Lips, Funk Mob, or Funk Mob, Black Lips.
Check him out, y'all. Next week on the Friday Night Gamble, we're going to have my good friend, and speaking of deep blues, This guy is probably my favorite deep blues musician
You know all the
in
cats.
North
Who you got
Carolina.
coming?
Tad Walters. You know Tad Walters?
Man.
Big shout out to you, Tad, out there. We're looking forward to having you here next week. Folks, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Red Buffalo, Fourth Creek Brewing. Thank you, Red Buffalo. Thank you, Joe. Thanks, folks. Garrett down there at Red Buffalo. Jonathan, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Folks, we'd like to thank our technical producer, Tony Presswood. We'd like to
Tony.
We'd
Thank
like
you.
to thank our assistant producer, Kelly Newman. And also, there are links to my pages, my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube page, and Raymond the Hitman over here. You can link up with him. And
Hitmanbrooks.com.
there you go.
I know we did a lot of talking about me, man. But y'all check these fellas out here, man.
Thank you,
These
man.
fellas
Thank
right
you,
here ain't
man.
no joke. These
And
fellas
if you
right
like
here
it,
is a real
follow my
deal.
YouTube page, Matt Walsh Music. Folks, don't be fooled by imitators and fear the originators. We always let Showbud come up and say hello. He's been wanting to come up. He's been down there. If you heard him in the background, he's been downstairs barking. He loves y'all. Say hello, Showbud. Tell him bye-bye. Folks, come check us out next week. The Friday Night Gamble. Do not be fooled by imitators and fear the originators. We hope you come back. All right? Next week,
FunkMonkMusic.com.
Tad Walters, Aaron Gabriel, the Hitman Raymond Brooks.
Fuck, Mom.